It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And there's no love lost between these AFC North foes. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. All that and more coming up next.
It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And off we go from Cleveland. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
On first down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. They give it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, third down. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. The former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
from the red zone now. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Henry on the option. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Flushed out, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. To return, Jerome Ford. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. And leading them out, going strong well over a decade now after entering the league as a first-rounder out of Delaware, it's Joe Flacco.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for 2nd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. A give up the middle to Ford. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Ford straight ahead. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. 7 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Another one for Ford. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Going to the ground again on first. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They go play action here. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
2nd and 10 now. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Ford will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you could defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Hopkins has it on the tee, and he's ready to send it flying. Fielded at the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They've got first down from the 31. They'll start this series with an option left. Jukes him, and now he's running free. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Running this one off right. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Only a couple of yards on the run, and that brings us to the end of quarter number 1. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Man in motion here. First down, here's Lamar. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a second quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's DeAndre Carter with the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Ford running right. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Looking to the air here. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. So it'll be second down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Well, hold on a second. We've got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Dialing up a pass here on third down. That one complete to Njoku. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. Now looking to throw. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that will set up first and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns tie things 10-10. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens send Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
On 1st down, Jackson. Hopkins on the slant. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Trying an option here. Play to the left. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's got Andrews. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the gun, Henry. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there from the secondary. Grant Delpit on the tackle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lamar now from the gun. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. And they get this down to the 28. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Slot man motioned over. Now it's Lamar. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He'll begin his return from the 11. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Browns send Jerome Ford ready to begin another drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
2nd and 13. Connection made to Judy. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. He'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They go play action on 1st. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
The Ravens trotting out their offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. It's complete to Hopkins. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here's 2nd and 11. Caught by Flowers. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Five men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down coming. Here's Jackson to throw. Dump off caught by his back. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hill goes up and over for the touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Ford on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Browns going on offense here very late in the half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 38. Got a man. It's Njoku. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. All set up now for 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So we've reached the halftime break. It's the Ravens leading so far on the road. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what's going on a bit of a speed run, it seems. We are flying past halftime and going right to the start of the third quarter. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Browns have the football first to start the third, and here comes their offense. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Hits him on the out route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
To throw here on first down. Rolling into enemy territory. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Running left, here's Ford. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Firing one deep for the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Looking that time for Deontay Johnson. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
Running is Ford. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. He's going to throw this one. Brought in by Ford. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Carlson's kick is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Lamar off the play fake. That one complete to Hopkins. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. This set of downs starts with an option right. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
He's got Andrews. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Man in motion out of the slot. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, I don't think our audience heard it, Brock. I hope they did. But as soon as he broke forward with that football, you were saying, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. You saw the path that he was taking to that end zone.
Well, the only reason I and everybody here got to see it happen is because of what their coaches saw, that this defense wasn't giving him the respect he deserved as a runner, and leaving space for him, that's dangerous because he ran it all the way home right here in the red zone.
PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 18. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now 4. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground with Ford. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
New set of downs for him at the 38. He'll get this to Tillman. He gets forward, next about 4 yards. Jair Alexander with the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. A give up the middle to Ford. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down. Deontay Johnson, the intended receiver. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. The drive begins with Henry. And he'll get it up to the 44. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
2nd and 3 now. Lamar now from the gun. Getting out, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here's Henry on the option. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And it can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That'll be complete to Ford. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing now from the gun. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Judy there to grab it. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They are throwing it again. Into traffic, complete! And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing it again here. Connection made to Judy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Ford straight ahead. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
3rd and just 2 to go. Back to throw. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. This is Ford on the handoff. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Browns get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns make it an 11-point ball game. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They kick the running back in motion. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Andrews with the catch.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. From the gun, Jackson has him on the quick hitter. That goes for 36 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. On 1st down, Jackson finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. From the gun, a run for Henry.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. He's got it near the 8. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens push their lead to 18. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Ford on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Browns and Joe Flacco coming out for their next drive. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. That's Tillman, he's got it! And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 45 on 2nd down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that gives the Browns a first. Working quickly here. 1st and 10, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Intended target there was David Njoku. And it sets up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
He sends this one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jair Alexander. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. David Njoku, the touchdown. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns make it an 11-point ball game. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And he works this to the 38 before going down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. New set of downs for him at the 38. Henry running to the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Ravens up by 11. Going to the ground again on first. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Running once more with Henry. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Another run for Henry. Breaks the tackle, still go, and he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. The flag makes this 3rd down and 10. Changing it up here, Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared and, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 18. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting at the 10. And look at this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. He completes it in traffic. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Hurry up offense now as time runs down. From the 46. Hits his running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Trying to set this up quick. 3rd down from the gun. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going. And when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. To the ground with Ford. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal. They've got to keep moving quick here. Working inside the red zone. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
One final shot here. pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So, yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Ravens are your winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.